Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi barakatuh. This is Ibn Stuart. Once again here, day 34, in part 4 of the biography of the Prophet. Alhamdulillah. I'm going to do it again here. So far we did 3, and it's number 4. It's a few more that's going to go, because it's a lengthy story and a beautiful story, a beautiful history. And you're really going to enjoy it. I know you enjoyed it so far. You're going to enjoy it even better now. And here we go. We left off at O you Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, wrapped in garments, arise and warn, and your Lord magnifies, and your garment purified. 74, 1-4. Inshallah, sometimes the English translations are not the best in the business, so to speak. Okay, this chapter of the Quran marks the beginning when he was commissioned as a prophet, and messenger. With the revelation of this chapter of the Quran, the Prophet ﷺ began to call his nation to Islam openly. He began with his own family, and that's what we should do. Start with our family, our friends. We shouldn't be scared. They know who we are. They know how we are, and then we show them what we become after Islam has entered our heart with our actions and deeds. And then they can see how true this thing is, and then they can take heed. They say, wow, I hooked that brother up, made him a great person. So alhamdulillah, wow, he even can do me better. Inshallah ta'ala, we carry ourselves the right way. That dawah, just by acting alone, just by acting and praying and doing the certain things that we never used to do, and we started to do, that could change people. Alhamdulillah. The religion of Islam is complete way of life, which deals with religion, politics, the social life, and economy. Furthermore, the religion of Islam did not only call them to worship God alone, and to forsake all the idols and things they worship. Rather, it prohibited them from doing things that they consider pleasurable, such as interest, intoxicants, fornication, and gambling. I know everybody can touch on some of those things right there. And this deen of Islam, boy, changed my whole life. You guys don't want to know. Alhamdulillah, Allah bless me. He gave me this deen 22 years ago, and I've been a changed man. I ain't gonna run around here talking about born again, because I wonder if I think I'm on that Christianity stuff. But changed my life around to the better. Alhamdulillah. Okay. It also calls people to be just and fair with one another, and to know that there was no difference between them except the piety. Ain't no black, white, yellow, green, and all the rest of the colors that are out there. Ain't nobody better than nobody else, but piety is the thing. Well, I have a verse that talks about that too, alhamdulillah. And how could the Quraysh, the most noble tribe among the Arabs at that time, God knows best about this time, stay to be treated equal with the slaves? They did not only refuse to accept Islam, rather, they harmed him and blamed him, saying that he was crazy, sorcerer, a liar. They blamed him with things that were there not before he advanced to Islam. They tortured him. They tried to torture his companions and friends, and did things that wasn't nice, so to speak. It was the tradition of the Prophet, alhamdulillah. While the Prophet ﷺ was standing up and praying near the Kaaba, a group of Quraysh was sitting in their sitting place, and one of them said, "Do you see this man? Will someone bring the dirt and filth and blood and intestines from the camel of so-and-so and wait until he prostrates and then place it between his shoulders?" The most wretched among them volunteered to do so, and when the Prophet ﷺ prostrated, he put the foot between his shoulders. So the Prophet ﷺ stayed in his prostration. Alhamdulillah, man. Alhamdulillah. That's why he's a Prophet of Allah. Because he can do things that, an average cat couldn't do. Average cat would have got there and started swinging the whole 9 yards. Alhamdulillah. That's what that haq can do for you. That truth can do for you. Alhamdulillah. They laughed so hard that they were about to fall on each other. Someone went to Fatima, his daughter, who was a young girl, and informed her what happened. She hurriedly came towards the Prophet ﷺ, removed the filth from his back, and then she turned around and she cursed the Quraysh who was sitting in the sitting. Now we're talking about curse. Allah knows best if it was a curse or just it was a curse. I'm not really too sure. I'm no scholar, never claimed to be one, but ask those who know. It's in the Bukhari 489, or it could just be a bad translation. Okay? Alhamdulillah. A lot of things in trials and tribulations the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ went through. Him and the Sahabas, they were tortured. Some of his Sahaba and Sahabiyats were killed, and it was a really bad thing that was going on, but they stood firm to the deen with a firm foothold on the deen, and things worked out for the better for them. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. The intensity did not stop the Prophet ﷺ from calling to Islam. He preached this message to many of the tribes that came to Mecca for Hajj. A few believers from the people of Mecca, Yemen, known today as Medina, and they pleaded to support him and keep if he choose to migrate there. They wanted to help him out, and they were going to support him. He sent with them Mu'ad to teach them the tenements of Islam. Like the 5 pillars of faith, 6 articles that we went over. Alhamdulillah. But these brothers, they weren't in depth on it. They weren't like me. Trying to make everything. Little bit. They were just dropping it on them. These brothers and sisters were like, eager. He wasn't running around talking about, I'm busy. I'm running around looking, running for the dunya, looking, they were thinking about Allah and His Messenger, and that was what they wanted. Nothing came between that. People of Medina greeted them and received them in the most excellent manner. Medina became the capital of the new Islamic state and the place for which the call Islam was spread far and wide. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And then we'll go to the next chapter. In 2 more days. We're gonna let 2 days pass by. We're gonna get into some other things, and then we do that. Alhamdulillah, like that. We're gonna try to keep on. I know everybody, they like the fresh stuff, new stuff. That's reality here. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna put down with 2 more days of something else, and then we'll get back onto the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. This is a beautiful story, and every time I read it, it brings up my iman. Alhamdulillah. Inshallah, it does you the same. Alhamdulillah. Getting back to what I was, to another subject here, right quick. When I first started the reminders of the believers, I just thought it was going to be like about, 10 days, 11 days, maybe 2 weeks. But as time went on, I found out that, even after 30-something days here, I'm just scratching the surface. I'm just going to let it go off, hang out. Inshallah, you brothers and sisters can hang out with me. I'm going to go for the whole year, 365 days, Inshallah, you can hang with me with that. I appreciate it. Inshallah, you'll benefit. As time goes on, I'm going to up and keep on moving it in different subjects, and we're going to have a great time. We're going to talk about the deen of Allah, what we need, what we don't need, how to make things happen, so to speak. Okay? And every 2 weeks, if you don't see the whole 365 there, because I ain't got that much time right now. But as time goes on, every 2 weeks I'll be adding another 20, 30. Every 2 weeks from this day forward, we'll be adding another 20. Another 2 weeks, another 20, another 20. Until it hits to 365. Okay? Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace.